no one signed up for January yet, or you can still get January, we did goals and growth mindset, which is the perfect thing to start your year off. So working on February right now. I'm going to finish it by the end of the week. It'll be shipped out. That's about it for right now with that.
Awesome. Yeah, and so one of the big things that we went through, and I know there was a process with this, is going in and looking at like what the reward system for it was and everything like that, and all. And I think this is awesome. And all, but I've been doing this for so long, for so many years now, that I've done the wristbands, we've done the dog tags, we've done something a little different with the wristbands, and now we're to the buttons here, like this, and I think those are awesome. I think this is something that they can put on their gear bags, their backpacks, and really create some conversation about everything.
How are the kids liking the buttons so far, do you think?
Well, see, we start back to classes today, but we've been really building it up. Like it's we got something brand new, and things like that. So really hyping it up for them, and telling them all that they've got to be in class today to see them in person.
Right on.
And also, so that's been kind of the big thing is getting the students to buy into that it's an accomplishment every time they receive one of these.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're going to kind of go through and talk about the way we kind of hand them out, the way we kind of present everything. Grandmaster Silva does a great job on doing the mat chats for the instructors and everything like that. That help us supplement the sheets and everything. So one of the first things that I would tell anybody to do is to have themselves and their team watch those videos, and if you have to, send it to your team so they can watch it over and over again, because there's some things that he does in those videos that they can just, as they learn it, they can just apply it automatically and use that as their springboard for them.
Yeah, and for people that don't know, every week of the month, there's a video from Grandmaster Silva that teaches the instructors how exactly to talk about the newsletter and drills and different things you can teach throughout the week. That's what the mat chats are. And they're really short videos, easy to watch.
Absolutely. And it's they're so easy to watch, and they're short enough to watch that anybody that any level of instructor can jump on there and deliver an effective mat chat.
Mm-hmm.
And all. One of the things that we're working on, because in the first video that Grandmaster Silva put out was he's talking about doing the mat chats at the beginning of classes, and I think that's an awesome idea. We've kind of started doing that at the end of this past year. We just find it more effective because the kids are kind of in the mindset right then that they're steeled. They can listen, and it's a little more effective for them to grasp at that point, because they don't have all the energy coursing through from a high energetic class right then.
Mm-hmm.
So what we're going to be doing on this is that as the instructor is delivering the mat chat on the mat, we're going to have one of our junior leaders going through and go ahead and handing out the sheets to all the parents. So that way the sheets go into the parents' hands effectively at the beginning of class and all. So I know for me, speaking as a parent, like that's a huge thing for me, is I want to see what my kids are going to be learning, not just the blocks, the kicks, and the punches, but the actual the life skill that they're going to be diving into, and how they're going to apply it and everything. And also, so match at the beginning, hand the sheets out to the parents. They'll get a chance to kind of review and see it. We're even going to have one of our junior leaders or one of our other instructors that's not on the mat at that point, maybe come around and talk it up to the parents a little bit too. And hey, did you see this? Did you see this in it? And all. So I try to make it to where my instructors, I know, Mark, you always put some quick little 3 tips that's on the inside of it.
Yes, of course, yeah.
Yeah, so I always try to emphasize to my instructors to try to highlight that section, and maybe even the quote or pull a piece out of the content that you've written in there and
Okay.
really highlight it as well. You know, as you go through writing all that, can you kind of give us kind of what your mindset would be or what you would like to see instructors to do with that?
Sure. So when you open the newsletter, it's like just a simple newsletter. You open it up, 2 pages. There you go, right there. Looks good. Haven't seen that copy yet. So when you start on the left side, you have a story, usually written by me, with collaborations from other instructors that run schools. It just runs down maybe some personal things that happened to me or someone else and talks about the life skills that we're going to talk about that month, just to give the parents and the students an idea of what we're going to deal with every month. And I try to write them in a way that young kids can read them, and they also relate to older kids, try to make it simple to read. Also throw in some bigger words that they might have to ask their parents or the instructors about. It's intentional to make them more interactive. So after that, you have some nice pictures, motivational pictures you need to look at, and always a quote for the month from usually an athlete from outside of karate, a boxer, maybe someone like Bruce Lee, you know. And then on the other side, yes, we start with tips for like 3 simple tips. So if we're doing goals, 3 simple tips to stay on track this month with goals, or 3 simple tips to keep those goals and make sure you can actually reach them. We start that before you have to reach down and actually get into the homework part, homework in quotes, where the kid, like we don't want to give the kids more homework, but it's fun homework and it relates back to karate. So you can fill in after that and then I can go back.
Right. Yeah. So with that right there, you know, we want them to be able to fill that in, bring it back to class at that point. And the one of the coolest parts to me about this is that whenever they turn it back in, they're excited to turn it back in because they put all this work into it, and you know they're going to be receiving, you know, for this year the buttons and things like that. So and then as far as from, you know, instructor standpoint or school owner standpoint, we take that point to spotlight that student that's turned it in. We even take in, and whenever we start handing them out at the beginning of the month, we talk about, you know, who's going to be the first person to earn the button this month. You know, let's see who's going to have, you know, that goal set, that growth mindset, like what we're talking about this month, and working toward it to be the first one done, and bring it back in. So, you know, we bring it back in. We make sure the instructor reads over it, highlights or spotlights something with the student in front of class. Whenever we're awarding these at the end, because we'll award the buttons and all at the end of class. So we want to make it something special that they end on a high note with it and all. And then, of course, we'll even emphasize the back of them here, and you know, with the activity that you've put on here.
Yeah, that's something we started doing in 2018, changing on the back to do a more creative activity. So the inside is more, I read the story, I listened to the mat chats from my instructors, and I'm writing down what I learned this month through my classes. And on the back, I wanted it to be a little more fun for them, a little more creative thinking. We're going to do creative thinking in June, just something we've never done. It's going to be a big one of that. So that should be interesting. So how are your students responding to the creative activities on the back? Do you think they like that?
Oh, I think they love them.
Yeah.
There was one at the end of last year, and I can't remember which one it was. The picture stands out to me because they had to draw something. So like the student that brought it in, like he was super creative with it, and like really went to drawing it out, and it was an awesome one. I think Valerie may have shared it online somewhere, and all that too. But it gives them that time to be creative.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and all, because, you know, as martial artists, we sometimes forget that the creativity part is a part of it.
Totally. Completely.
So yeah, so I think that's something huge, and I think it gets the students so excited for it. But the other really cool thing that I think that the Black Belt Excellence System has is the opportunity for school owners, whether it be, a one-man show, or you have a team, that the consistency in the branding or marketing of it, from the front of the newsletter to even, like, it's even in the buttons now. So, like, if everybody can see that will hit home so much with this. Even though it doesn't look exactly the same, it still provides that consistency of it. With the downloadable material that we can use for the marketing, and things like that as well. And also that way, anytime it's just seen in our community, it's, for us, my school's Trinity Martial Arts, but for us it's, that's from Trinity Martial Arts, or that's where that's where they go, that kind of thing. And also, so I think having those available marketing tools to help supplement that and provide that consistency from it, you can have it on your Facebook header. You can have Facebook ads or social media ads with it, your marketing emails, and all of that, hitting all your marketing pillars.
Yeah, so if there's anyone on here that doesn't use it, when you order it, there's 3 different iterations now that you can order. But if you get the paper newsletters in the mail, you get digital files that you can also send to your clients, your students, and you get a Facebook ad that you can post to get new students. You get a Facebook header. So there's a lot of digital components too. So it's not just paper.
Absolutely. And just more availability for everything on there with it, that way. So, that's been one of the biggest things for my school is just the consistency of it. And it has helped us grow with that, and make us the experts. The one thing that martial arts does that no other sport can really do is the life skills part. And also, so I think Black Belt Excellence is that avenue to provide it effectively and consistently.
I'm not sure if people can ask questions on this.
Absolutely.
But if we can do that. And I guess I'll have a question for you. I can ask you. If you have a new mom or dad walking in asking about lessons, do you bring up the Black Belt Excellence system when you're talking to them?
Absolutely. It's one of the first things I bring up. So we actually take in a couple of different things. So if we have some extras, because we always try to make sure we have some extra sheets on hand. And whenever we have the extras on there, we actually give them one of the sheets from the prior month and say, this is what we did last month. Here's our new one that they can go ahead and get started on. But just so you can see some of the topics that we go over, and everything like that. So it's an excellent tool. We even take it to if we do marketing booths or events in the community, we have them there and we hand them out.
Yeah, and they can be used as folders. You can put in your school schedule on the inside if you're doing anything like that, an event at a mall or something, or a school.
Absolutely.
That's to parents. And
yeah, so what we'll do is we'll open it up for questions. You can unmute yourself and ask it live. This is the perfect time to do that.
I'm sure Val has a question. She's on there somewhere.
Oh yeah, she's on there. Let's see. Oh yeah. So actually, she just sent me a message on here, but it's a great point. Yeah, and a lot of schools will talk about, we teach them focus and discipline and confidence, and kind of we get to the point where like every school says that, and that's just it. Like every school says it, but now with the Black Belt Excellence sheets and the consistency of the branding and marketing of it, we have some physical and free that we can put in their hands right then and there immediately.
Oh, of course. Yeah, it's very easy to put out an ad that has some bullet points on there that says focus, confidence, self-esteem, self-discipline. But then when you go in and you're just learning kicking and punching and you don't see any of that, it's a little false advertising. But with this, you actually can see that these life skills are part of the entire program and the kids are actually going to learn.
Absolutely. And we've actually tried, or we've been doing it, but we wanted to take it a step further and show that it wasn't just in our martial arts program. So if we do a parents' night out or some special event, we pull them out during that. If we do a day camp, we pull them out during that. Those type of things. I've got some of the coloring books that Get Students has on the website.
I remember that.
Some of those, and use some of those coloring pages in conjunction with those as well. Like I'll find one that kind of correlates with it, and use that
Nice.
as an option. One of the things that we're going to try this year is we're going to try to do VIP parties, but we're going to try to work them into it being a life skill party, and using the Black Belt Excellence sheets for that as well.
I love that. It's amazing. Yep.
So,
for the back page where you do the activity, like if everyone can do the back creative activity, you hang them all up on the wall so all the kids can see them hanging up and see their work. It's really cool.
Absolutely. And we always talk about having the front of our school, we've got big wide open windows. So one of the big things is whenever they turn these in, hang them up so people can see, especially the activities on the back. And we'll see our students coming in, if they have family visiting or grandparents come for class with them that day, you can see them coming up and they're pointing like, oh, that's mine right there, right there, right there. And they're just like, to them, they're a superstar.
That's awesome.
Up in the front window. And all. So, anybody got any questions or comments, anything they want to come on and discuss? Right now is the perfect time with Mark on here with us, because he writes these, he creates these. So,
and if we don't, we can send out our information to everyone, and you can email us. Or I think Jason has a great discount code for if you aren't a member yet, you can sign up this month and get $50 off of something like that. I think it is.
Yeah.
I've
got a discount code for anybody that wants to give it a shot and get you started. You can just message me or email me, and we can get you started and all that right away.
Yeah, and we'll you saved this, right? So we'll post this on the Facebook page and online, so you can watch it, and then you can add comments underneath or questions, and we can answer them that way.
Absolutely, yeah. I'll get it posted to the group and everything like that, so that as questions come up, because that's going to be I think that's going to be the other big thing that we're working on right here in 2019, is to get everybody to think outside the box with this and try to really impact. And I always hear Grandmaster Silva talk about be the lighthouse in the community and all that. And this is the tool. This is the tool to use for it.
Awesome. Your school looks amazing, by the way, too.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
Loving it.
Couple of issues with lights back there in the back, so I'm trying to keep those down. But thank you so much. We've even got, I don't know if you can see them from here. They're back over here. Those are all the element banners.
Awesome. You have those frames. Yeah, those are available on getstudents.com.
Getstudents.com. We went and had them custom framed because I didn't want the banners to actually get messed up.
Right.
And you can see my niece painted the gate right there.
I see that, yeah.
On the wall.
So old Ed Parker tournament trophies.
Oh yeah. So we moved the focused banner inside that gate, so they always know what we're working on.
Beautiful. I love it.
Yeah, thank you. All right, well, if let's see what we got here. Oh yeah, Valerie, that's an excellent point. These the topics, the writing for this, it's great for all ages. So you can use it in all of your programs. You don't have to have this specific one for this or this one for that or anything like that. It correlates from your smallest of your youngest of student to your oldest of student. It makes it easy to implement across the complete all your programs, the complete school. And then, yeah, she's talking about having the buttons. They can wear them outside of the school.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, you wear those to school, put them on your backpack, and kids are going to ask about them. Say, like, I got this at South Karate or wherever you go. And
oh, yeah.
It's a walking billboard for your school, basically.
Absolutely, it is. All right. Well,
I think that's it for now.
Yeah, no questions that are coming in, so we're going to go ahead and wrap it up for today. If you have any questions, we'll post this. Feel free to reach out to us, either on Facebook.
Oh, we got one more chat coming in, I think.
Oh, yeah. Chris. Yes, Chris. We'll have the recording. Matter of fact, if you want to, Chris, I think I have you on Facebook. If you want us to connect and talk about it more one-on-one, I'll be happy to do that as well. So, but yeah, we will post a recording on here as well. So.
Awesome. Well, thanks for everyone for signing in. Good to see you, Jason. Yep. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye.
We'll see y'all soon. Y'all have a great day.